Hey everybody, before we get going with this week's plan with me, I just wanted to make sure everybody knew that I was kind of feeling out if my subscribers would be interested in me like doing some other videos. I feel like my planning style can get really repetitive and boring, so maybe you'd like to see something else, like maybe some ASMR planner videos to help you fall asleep, or you know, just some planning tips on how to save money, or you know, my different planning systems or my other planners. Or maybe even, you know, if you want to see me switch to horizontal format for a while, let me know. Just leave a comment below so I can get a feel if this is something you guys would be interested in. Otherwise, I will just keep on doing my same old thing. So with that in mind, it's another week and another plan with me. This is Betsy from Sticky Mix, and this week I am using some stickers from the Recollections collection. Over at Michael's, they had a whole bunch of sticker books, and Linda and I split the stickers, as you can see from that chopped up one over there. So we just kind of go through the books, and any duplicates, obviously we get one each, like those cactus stickers, which I will probably not be using this week. I think I'll be going for more of an ice cream theme. But anyway, those, yeah, you can get it at any Michael's. And then, oops, left this sped up, but there's the washi tapes. Yeah, they made a brief appearance, but you'll see more of them in the planning layout. So let's get started. Here we go with some day covers from the sheet. I thought they were cute little bumpy kind of thingies, and kind of went with the colors of the ice cream that I planned to use. So I did them all except for Sunday. Got a little crooked and you could still see a little bit of the Sunday, so I had to adjust. Covering up the calendar because nobody uses this, at least not that I've seen. And I wanted a reminder because this is July, people, like late July. Like we are halfway through this 2018, so if you had any goals at the beginning of the year, maybe start looking into them. I wanted to write goal with the letter stickers, but as you can see there was 2 pinks at the end and there weren't any like options for color for particular letters, so you're just kind of stuck with, you know, whatever color it is unless you want to misspell a word, and that would look weird also. So anyway, I just wrote in this year's goals just to remind myself, like, what are we even trying to do this year? Top 3, of course. B? What? No. I tried using a Sharpie with these stickers because they are super slick. I mean, Recollections, if you're watching, it's very difficult to write on your stickers, so maybe pick a different finish. But anyway, my first goal, of course, is to be debt-free. My second goal is to finish my webcomic, and my third is to finish my mom's website. And you guys know I've been working hard on the debt-free. I've got 2 jobs now, and so this first write-in tracker just says earn money in order to pay off my debt. So I have a work shift Tuesday at the Mexican grill place, teach art classes on Wednesday, back to the Mexican grill place on Thursday, both the Mexican grill place and the art classes on Friday, and then back to the Mexican grill place on Saturday. I amazingly had 2 days off, Sunday and Monday, so that's good. You might wonder why these trackers are from Sunday to Saturday instead of Monday to Sunday. This was back when I actually planned from Sunday to Saturday, and I noticed these stickers were still in my box, so I'm like, you know, I can just adjust. I'll just leave it that way. On Monday the 23rd, my friend Linda had hoped that I could hang out with her that day, and I had hoped so too. And at first it looked like I would be working, but by a chance of a miracle, one of my coworkers was looking to pick up some more hours, so she took my shift and I got to go to the state fair with Linda. Woohoo! So I represented Linda with a strawberry because I think strawberries are either her favorite fruit or her most hated fruit. I can't remember which. And I picked the pineapple for me because it was just like the tallest of the fruit, and I feel like being tall is just part of my, I don't know, just part of me. We brought 3 canned goods, not gods, okay, 3 canned goods for a free ticket into the state fair because it was one of those like Feed the Hungry Day thingies, so that was fun. And I also brought some bottles of water. Of course, couldn't fit the word water, so I just put H2O. And an umbrella because it was supposed to be hot, so I wanted some portable shade. Then I stuck down the Yum stickers and used some hearts like a checklist, kind of, and just wrote down all the food that we had at the state fair, so that we had some fish and chips, which might be an odd choice for the state fair. I think most people think of like corn dogs and like barbecue and stuff like that, but it was kind of early in the day still, and we didn't really feel like anything heavy, so we ended up getting fish and chips. Later we satisfied our sweet tooth with some beignets, And then, of course, I didn't know how to spell beignets, so I had to go look it up. And then we had some carne asada fries later in the day too. We also had shaved ice and stuff, but I kind of ran out of room. These stickers are quite big. And we also saw some Chinese acrobats and a hypnotist show. And also another like little ventriloquist and magic show. But again, I kind of ran out of room because these stickers are a little bit oversized for a planner, I feel. I think they're maybe made for scrapbooking rather than planning. But, you know, you use what you got. Bringing in a kind of minty foiled washi for Tuesday because I forgot to bring my lunch. Not gonna lie, this is pretty much all back planned this week. It was just a busy week and I couldn't get around to planning, so this is more like just filling in the gaps. I wanted to, you know, be healthy, but that was a diet fail. And then, after work, I picked this sleepy donut sticker and probably wanted to get more washi, I think. Yep. Used some heart washi, donut sticker that kind of looks sleepy, and put that there because I pretty much passed out as soon as I got home, just fell asleep and took a nap, which was not planned at all. Like, I think it was one of those times where I'm just gonna rest my eyes for a second, and then when you open them again, it's like, whoa, 30 minutes went by or whatever. Put some more minty swirly tape and a peach sticker because I was a peach and I helped out with dinner. And put down a mint candy sticker because we talked to my brother. He's in Japan right now, so every once in a while he Skype calls us and lets us know what's going on with him. His time there is almost at an end. He's part of the JET program, like the Japanese English program, which is run by the government, and you can only stay there like a limited amount of time in the program so that, you know, other people get a chance to go to Japan and be there. So his time is almost up, and he's currently looking for another job so he can stay in Japan. Anyway, on Wednesday, okay, back to business, because I had, I think those days were just kind of filled with fun, and then Tuesday was just kind of like naps and failing to bring lunch to work. So, let's get back on track here. I needed to update my budget, get a credit report, because for some reason my paychecks are being garnished. And I'm like, what the heck? I have never been to court. Nobody should be garnishing my checks. My parents helped me pay off all of my loans so that I can just pay them back instead of the government with interest, you know? So, like, it wasn't my student loan, so why are you taking it out of my paycheck, people? I also needed to get ready for my art classes because we're changing topics again. I had to trim Tika's nails, take some big paper that I know I'm not going to use to class so the kids can use it, and then eat leftover curry. And then I put laugh out loud in parentheses because my sister was kind of done with her birthday bash of all the food and didn't want to be tempted, so she's like, can please someone eat that curry? So I sacrificed myself and, you know, finished it off for her. On Thursday, using some ice cream balloon type tape. This tape, have you guys noticed? It actually is scented with something. I mean, it's kind of neat and kind of weird. On Thursday, I fried chips like a maniac because somehow I am now the senior person, or like I mean, you know, how do I say this? It's like, of the people who were there, I was the most senior employee of the crew, and that's weird, man, because I've only been working there for like 6 months. And we're kind of going through a weird transition where we're getting a new general manager. And so the whole point was to like get stuff done on time, but my deployment sheet, which is the thing that tells me like, oh, you got to fry this many chips in this amount of time, even according to that sheet, I wouldn't be done until like a half an hour after the store opens. So I'm thinking, well, how do I get all of my store work done? I mean, like all my prep work, frying all my chips and stuff, how do I get that done before the store opens if even the instructions tell me that I won't be able to do it, you know? So it was just one of those days where you're just like, I'm just going to load up this fryer. Everything will be cooked the same, but, or, you know, kind of the same. I know there's probably some chefs out there that are like, no, if you overstuff your fryer, they're not going to cook evenly. I make sure they're all cooked. It's just they don't get as much salt on them as normal, which I kind of feel like is my contribution to people dieting everywhere. Like, I'm giving you less sodium, okay? I'm helping you out. On Friday, or I guess I should say on Thursday, the rest of Thursday was just dedicated to getting my Plan With Me video kind of up and running and stuff. Friday, cherries and a heart. And what else? What is this? Oh, I was trying to make a little like heart paw icon to say that I walk my dog Tika. And I also washed the sheets. And then also did classical stretch. Like, I was really good. It was a really good morning routine. I couldn't fit stretch, so I just wrote ST, which it always looks like street to me, but you know, it was the first time in forever that I had actually done that, and it felt amazing. If you don't know what classical stretch is, I will put a link. I think Miranda Esmonde-White has some videos on YouTube, and you should check it out. It feels really, really good after you do one of her workouts. Around this time, I found out that, oops, I was actually back planning this all on the wrong day. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, there's me just going, oh man, what the heck am I gonna do? So, of course, you know, your first thing is just take off the stickers that you can reuse. So I moved those over to Sunday. This was my super productive day, Sunday. Friday, of course, was not, because it was a double work day, so I just worked from morning till night. But Sunday, I did walk my dog, okay, we did the laundry, I wrote it so I could actually fit classical stretch, so that's an upgrade from Friday. And then I needed something to just cover up all this stuff I wrote. So another appearance by the green foil tape. I guess I should have whited it out first, because you can still kind of see it under the tape, but I'm just like, no, not even gonna bother with that right now. And then I thought I was going to cut this strip in half, but I'm like, wait, why don't I just layer it? There you go, perfection. Well, except for that wrinkle there, but you know, then I won't have to cut it in half. And then stuck down a note sticker on top, just to note that all of this space is basically me working at the Mexican grill place. And what else should I write? Working all the live long day, because I did. It was a more chill day, thank goodness, because Thursday again with frying all those chips, and it was impossible, and had to, you know, fudge on some of the things. Man, crazy. But Friday I didn't have to do that, so that was good. In fact, it was the opposite. Usually I'm told I need to make like 120 bags of chips before we open up the restaurant. And Friday, they're like, oh, you only need to do 63. I'm like, what? Who is doing this? Why? What? Okay, but I just work here, so. I had some space, so I just had a cupcake telling me to don't die, because it was a really, really long work day. So just hang in there. And I did, obviously, you know, I'm alive, so it's all good. And then I had this other popsicle say, no prob, I can do 63 and 16 large in my sleep. So again, like, I only had to do a really small number of chips again. So I don't know why suddenly I went from, you know, 120 bags plus 28 large bags, and it's like cut in half. I'm like, oh, okay. Some nice comments I received that day that I thought I'd put down. One of my coworkers, actually two of my coworkers, said they really like working with me, so that was nice. And I also had a regular customer tell me that I have really good energy, and that he's always, you know, like lifted up in the day when I'm there, so that was nice. And then put a little happy star there because my little drawn happy face is kind of ugly. Under that, I thought I would put the word sweet, because that also came with it and kind of, you know, affirmed that it was nice of those people to tell me that I was nice to work with and had good energy. Later, I had a strawberry and banana smoothie at Art Neat. There are no banana fruit stickers for some reason, I don't know why, so I just had to use another strawberry. And then put more of that dotted tape underneath with a little heart sticker. Whoa, crooked much? And put down the ooh sticker because we had Hawaiian barbecue for dinner. My sister and I were just like, okay, obviously our diet attempts failed this week, let's just have one more hurrah, and then we'll try to be good on Sunday instead. So back to Sunday, where I suddenly decided I was going to do a really, really, really sincere attempt, I'm just still going to call it an attempt, of the KonMari method, which I'm sure many of you know. She's the author of the book, The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up. and has been around for a while. She actually has another book out called Spark Joy that I also want to read. But I thought, you know, I'm really going to give my whole heart to this, because before, when I was doing the KonMari method, I admit I would get stuck, especially with clothes, where it's like none of my clothes bring me joy, but if I throw them all out, I don't have the money to replace them, and I can't go walking around naked in public. So like I really had to compromise on a lot of things, and I only threw out things that like obviously didn't fit me, or like obviously couldn't be worn, and you know, worn out, like they could only be worn at home because they're so not good looking, that kind of thing. So this time I thought, no, I'm going to really try sincerely to just keep what I totally love and what totally sparks joy in my life. It's gone pretty good. I went from 24 t-shirts to 9. And at first that kind of scared me, like, oh my gosh, only 9 t-shirts. But when I thought about it, okay, that means I can wear a t-shirt every single day of the week. And I'm pretty sure I do laundry once a week. So I'm fine. Like, I have even 2 to spare, right? So it'll be fine. So I also went through my books. That was a little bit easier because I had already gone through my books once before with KonMari. So I only had maybe 10 that I threw out. But the biggest, hugest like accomplishment was that I finally was able to let go of all the journals that I kept when I was a teenager from 1994 to 2015. And some of you might be going, oh no, why did you get rid of all your old journals and stuff like that? And it's because I finally came to the realization that all of my good memories from those times I can remember, and all the bad things that have kind of left my mind are still in there. So even when I flipped through those old journals and I saw pictures of like my ex-boyfriend, and like when I was going through a really depressed time, and you know, when my loved ones passed away and stuff like that, I'm like, this isn't really bringing me joy. It's just a collection of bad things. So why not just remember the good things and know that the bad things happened and made me who I am today, but you know, let's not dwell on them. So yeah, got rid of those, felt amazing, and I think this is about it for this week. So before I go, let me say thank you to my patrons over at Patreon, because you guys are awesome and you keep this channel ad free, because I don't turn on my ads. As long as I have patrons, I'm not going to turn on the ads, so you don't have to push the skip ad button at the beginning. So that's cool. And if you want to see what patrons get as a bonus for being supporters, you can head on over to www.patreon.com/stickymix, written with all eyes. So that's it for this week. Remember to leave a comment below if you want to see different videos, and if you don't, that's fine. You can just give me a thumbs up and I'll know that you guys just want me to keep on planning. That's cool too. So yeah, that's it for this week. I hope you have a good week, and I will see you again next week.